Welcome to week 4 of Ethical Leadership. This is a short week because North Park celebrates the Easter holiday, so there is no class Friday through Monday. Because of that, you're on an accelerated timeline, meaning that your initial primary posts to each of the actually 4 forums this week are due by Wednesday at midnight. So get in there if you haven't already started doing the reading and get prepared to post by Wednesday. The good news is that although your final contributions must be turned in by Thursday before the holiday, you only are required to respond to one other student's work in each forum rather than 3. That should help you with this condensed week, and that you only have one day to interact with each other after the Wednesday night deadline for your primary posts. This week is on servant leadership and self-leadership, digging into yet another leadership theory as you begin to explore where your primary leadership style tends to fall. Last week we talked about transformational leadership and authentic leadership, and this week servant leadership and self-leadership. The 3 do have distinguishable differences, so don't feel that you have to be all 3. You can't. There's going to be one that fits you more naturally than the others as you write your paper, your final paper in this course. The primary difference between a number of them as you begin to dig deeper is that each has a moral philosophy that is unique to them. Last week I was in dialogue with a number of you how virtue ethics is at the heart of authentic leadership. And if virtue ethics is not your primary moral philosophy or ethical approach, then authentic leadership is not going to be a good fit for you. Johnson indicates in the text that the primary moral philosophy that correlates with transformational leadership is deontology. We'll talk more about servant leadership as we move throughout this week. The debate forum. Some of you had trouble with that this week, but a number of you picked up and did a nice job. Remember that you are not analyzing the 2 views. You're not saying, well, this was hard because I could see points in both. No, you pick one view and you argue it in your primary post, and then in your response posts you debate what another student has said in their primary post on the debate. Is CEO compensation justified by performance? So regardless of which side you choose to support in your primary post, you will have to argue against another view, perhaps even that one, when you do your rebuttal. Please let me know if you have questions about the requirement in that form 3.2. You may notice that throughout the course I've been pushing you to make good rational statements. So if you make a claim and don't support it with an experience or perhaps something you've read, or maybe a TV show that you've watched or a movie that you've viewed, I'm saying come back and take a look at that. We can't believe something just because you say it or agree with it. Make sure that you're making good rational arguments that people can believe, because you're able to say, I believe this and this is why, because I saw this happen, or because I was very convinced by this documentary or this movie that I saw. Just make sure as you are supporting arguments in the debate, that you work on rational thought. Leaders need to be able to convince others and make good, strong cases for what they want to have happen in organizations. So learning that is an important part of this course. There is an extra form this week, and that is the form in which you are selecting with your team members the movie that you're going to watch for the final project in this course. Please make sure that you get your opinion in there and that everyone on the team is watching a film that they would enjoy viewing. Maybe some of you that have families would even like to view it with your family, but I'll let you figure that out in the forms. This week, Tom and Maha are the facilitators, so they have 4 forms to facilitate, and everything ends on Thursday. Your written assignment, your journal, however, is not due until Tuesday after the long weekend, so that should give you a little bit of break and some time to think about the week. I think that's about it. I hope you have a good week. Please don't hesitate to contact me or even set up a telephone conversation if you would like. Have a great week.